What's up, guys, and welcome back to That Racing Cop YouTube channel. So today I am on my way to Copart because I bought my first ever auction vehicle. So I'm on my way now, gonna go pick it up. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Again, first time ever doing this, so the whole thing is a learning experience. I already had one learning experience of buying the vehicle. So I'll go ahead and tell you what I bought it for. I bought this thing for 200 bucks. Now, I say I bought it for 200 bucks because, well, that was my winning bid. It was literally the starting bid on the vehicle. I was like, sure, I'll throw out the starting bid. 200 bucks was the starting minimum, and literally no one else bid on it. So I ended up getting this truck for 200 bucks. Now, the one lesson I have learned already is auction fees. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I knew there were auction fees and a bunch of other fees associated with it. I figured they'd be, you know, 100, 150, maybe even 200 bucks in fees. I won this truck for 200 bucks, and then I get the invoice that I got to pay before I can go pick it up. The invoice is $550. I about had a heart attack. I was like, really? That is absolutely ridiculous. I would think the fees would be percentage based and be a percentage based on the sale price of the vehicle, but apparently they are flat rate fees, and it's a whole bunch of fees. It's not just one, but it's a whole bunch of fees. But I mean, sure, if you're buying a $10,000 vehicle and it's $200-300 bucks in fees, $10,300 or whatever, no big deal. Even a $5,000 car. Even if you buy a $3,000 or $4,000 car and then there's $300 or $400 worth of fees on top, okay, fine, no big deal. But when you buy a $200 vehicle and then you end up paying 300 bucks and 350 bucks in fees, so I just spent 350 bucks to buy a $200 vehicle. Make it make sense. But whatever. But now I know, because I'm still bidding on some other vehicles. We'll get to that shortly. But now I know for these other vehicles I'm bidding on that I'm going to be looking at, you know, $300 to $400 in fees on top, not just $100 or $200 in fees like I was expecting. So what did I buy? Well, I guess you'll see when we get there. Why did I buy it? Well, quite frankly, I don't really know. I'll explain later why I bid on this, but why I bid on this particular one, I honestly really don't know. It's kind of stupid. Check it out when we get there. Alright, again, new to Copart, so I just got here. Just had to go through the whole, like, process of creating a transporter account. Even if you're coming to pick up your own car, you actually have to create a transporter account on the Copart app. It's a different app, not the regular Copart app, and go through all that fun stuff. Oh, I see a forklift carrying it right now, actually. It's fun. Let's go check it out. Pulling back into the yard now. Dude, that's a good looking truck. From this side, I gave it away, it's a truck. And from this angle, it looks pretty good. Ooh. Sure, he's done this a time or two. Okay. Alright, go back a little bit. That should be good. Oh,
Well, they brought it straight out. I didn't even get a chance to go look at it on the yard first. Here it is. Bought a 1996 Ford Ranger. And look at this thing. It is clean. Not a bad looking truck. Don't mind that wheel sitting crooked. It's just missing a tire on the other side. No big deal. Walk around. Check out this. Yeah, see, like I said, missing a tire. It's in the bed. Got a watermelon. You want a watermelon? See, just missing a tire over here and just, you know, buff out the bed. It'll be all good. Good as new. Nothing wrong. Pop the little dent out the corner of the cab and yeah. All right, let's head inside and do the rest of the paperwork. Now, obviously I saw in the pictures it was missing the wheel. I couldn't tell obviously what was wrong with it. I didn't know if the studs just snapped, if the axle shaft broke, why the wheel came off, or what was wrong. You can see the whole axle shaft just completely snapped. So you can see there's the brake drum still attached and a chunk of the drum missing, but the shaft, the whole shaft just snapped off. So do I replace the axle shaft, or do I put a whole new rear axle underneath it? Because I'm going to get this thing running and driving again. So why did I buy a Ford Ranger? Well, I didn't think this one would take much to get running. I saw it was a 4-cylinder. I debated about it. This was when I first started looking a few weeks ago for Rangers. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could try to duke it out with the 4-cylinder. But I'm building a Danger Ranger. That's right. So I've got about 2-3 months. I got till October. Cleetus McFarland's Danger Ranger 9000, October 11th. I am determined to build a Ford Ranger, and I'm going to try to make Danger Ranger 9000 this year. But it's not going to be this truck. This is a 4-banger. Gotta have a V6. Obviously, I'm sure 90% of those trucks, if not all of them out there, are all V6s, probably the 4.0s at that. So I've got to find a 4-liter V6 Ranger. If you've got one, let me know. I've got a few other bids out there on Copart on a couple of 4-liter V6 Rangers, but I like this one because it is manual. So it's a 5-speed, but it's only a 4-cylinder, so not going to be a Danger Ranger. So like I said, I knew it was a 4-cylinder, so why did I bid on it? I don't really know. And again, I literally threw out the starting bid on this. Like, I just knew someone was going to outbid me. I threw out the $200 starting bid and no one else bid on it, so I ended up stuck with it. So I've got 3 options. I could either part it out, I could fix it and keep it as like a little around town beater, trash truck, make runs to the dump with it, stuff like that, or fix it up and sell it. So I don't know. I could try to part it out. Might do that. I've had several people tell me not to, though, and honestly, it's actually a pretty good looking little truck, other than the damage, of course. So I really don't want to part it out. So I think I'm either going to fix it and keep it, or fix it and sell it. One or the other. I don't know which, though. I've actually already found a guy on Marketplace parting out a Ranger, and I've already messaged him asking about the price of the bed. So I wish I could find a black bed, though, so I wouldn't have to get it painted. But I'm going to replace the bed on it, either fix the axle or replace the axle. I'm not sure which. And I'll see about that cab corner. If the door opens and closes fine, I'm not going to worry about the cab corner, but if that door doesn't open right, then I might have to do something about that. Just have to see. Alright, we're going to get home, get this thing unloaded, and probably
put a jump box on and see what it does. Hopefully it cranks up.
Not what I was hoping to lift it by either the back bumper or get far enough to reach the axle. When I realized it's not far enough to reach the axle, I wondered what I'm on. I'm actually carrying it on the spare tire mount. But I mean, the spare tire bar isn't bent and it's bolted directly to the frame, so it works. All right, I'll get in and steer it off. If you just pull it back, you'll have to, actually, tractor's already on the ground, so you shouldn't have to go up anymore. Just as the truck comes up, you know, lower it a little bit. Look at this pristine interior. All right, I'm ready. All right, well, got it off. Wasn't too bad. Let's go find a jump box and see if this thing will crank. Got light. It's trying. That's good news. Well, I'll let it charge for a minute. smooth too. It is running smooth. You can just hear it purring. I'm not surprised it runs. I'm pretty sure, I think it might have been listed as a, but I'm surprised how smooth it runs. I mean, that is like butter. So, see if the little axle shaft starts spinning. I want to put it in reverse because it's an open diff, so it should just spin this axle shaft from this side.
Yes.
Okay. Forward.
Yes.
All right, it runs. See, ain't gonna be much to it. I want to look at this tire, see if it's actually any good or not. The one that snapped off. Oh no, it's curved pretty bad. I wonder if I can get a new wheel because this one is majorly curved. Darn. Huh. Well, even with only 4 lug nuts, the shaft still snapped before the studs did. Yeah, I was hoping that'd be in good condition, but it's curved pretty bad. But I mean, it's usable though. It's not bent or damaged like where it's not usable at least. So there's that. Looks like a brand new air hose back here. Are a little bit dirty, but I mean, the hose itself looks pretty new. And good old watermelon. That's how it is at the beginning now. Alright, well, hopefully it looks like it won't take too much to get this up and running. A new bed, either replace the axle shaft or just replace the whole axle. And then might look at getting it repainted if I can find a good budget paint job. But don't look like it's really gonna take too much. So that's all I got for today. So today's verse of the day comes from John chapter 3, verse 17. For God sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Again, that's John chapter 3, verse 17. All right, guys, till next time, stay safe, stay blessed.